Yo, what up YouTube? It's your boy RJ. Alright y'all, so we got WWe2k26 hands-on review by IGN. We're gonna get to it, we're gonna react to it. I'm gonna share my thoughts and opinions as the video goes on. Y'all already know what y'all gotta do. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Turn on the post notification bell so you never miss when I upload a video, because a good amount of you guys are not subscribed. It'll be great, it'll greatly help my channel. It would greatly be appreciated. If you want more wrestling content, wrestling video game content, Ben 10 content, any content like that, any reaction video, whatever video you guys want, if you want any content like that and you enjoy my videos, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Ooh, okay. And by the way, I really like this blood mechanic. I've seen some of this stuff already, but I really like how whenever you get a superstar to bleed, it just kind of almost like splatter the blood on the screen, you know, in a brutal sense, you know.
He's donning the crimson mask after that move.
Every year since WWe2k22, it's felt like I write variations of the same opening paragraph that ultimately end with one simple question. How does an annual sports game top what they did the year before? That question becomes slightly more complicated though when some, including myself, consider last year's entry to be the best it's ever been. WWe2k26's answer is simple. You add more. Lots more.
Oh, baby.
Oh yeah, and I do have to say just really quick, I do love the addition of Wade Barrett and Booker T on commentary. It's a refreshing stay. Like, of course you still have Byron Saxton, but I really want to, like, when I get the game in my hands, I would definitely let you guys know how that is. If you guys want, and if you guys enjoyed my content, I'll let you know how that works, on like whether you can choose a particular commentators you want or not, or whether you have to select a certain arena, or however that works. I don't know, but once I get the game, I would definitely make a video letting you guys know that.
There's already that, but you best believe this whole match is gonna be like that.
This year, everything is expanded and built upon, and though no one thing feels like a particularly massive swing, every mode comes with incremental additions to make it worth your while. In fact, there was so much that
Ooh, and this right here, I wanted to say I really like the addition of this to the island. This is definitely something that is exclusive to the island, if you guys do not know. But I like this. I love this whole area. I like this. I'll definitely be playing the island a lot more. I like the guitar, like you see all the weapons, the guns, the sword, fighting Ilya Dragunov. This is a great feud, by the way. And then the guitar in the back, the table, whatever is that. I think that creates just a prop, but I like this, even with the LED board around the little platform area. That's fire.
not only does it feel like it's impossible to summarize concisely, but there wasn't close to enough time for me to sample everything in my few hours of
and I love the fact that we got an addition of thumbtacks, man. I'm finna go crazy with that, bro.
If you're interested in all the new updates to Universe Mode, Community Creations, My Faction, or the Island, then I'd suggest that this isn't the preview for you. However, what I will do is focus on the central element that ties it all together, and the iterations that interest me the most, the gameplay. Small adjustments can be felt from the moment the bell rings. Last year's edition of Chain Wrestling has been expanded, allowing you to create moments tailored to each wrestler's sensibilities. With a quick press on the D-pad, you can now select to deploy.
I loved again, sorry for the pausing, but I love this feature, like the fact that you can draw energy from the crowd, you can rush to your opponent for the bell, you can approach them, do a handshake, stare down, whatever the case may be. That's fire. That adds to the immersion of the game.
But unique motions, such as the handshake.
It's definitely a good feature in my opinion.
Shake, a rush, or even drawing energy from the crowd.
The WWE Undisputed Championship, some call it the ultimate prize, and it's up for grabs here tonight.
There's also a more ambiguous approach option, which in turn creates a submenu that allows you to begin trading blows, engage in chain wrestling, or just have an intense stare down. What may have—
And I'm sorry, I gotta pause again, but Jacob Fatu's model is amazing, bro. Like the dreads down, the beard, his facial structure, it looks really good, and this look like a step in the right direction. And this definitely seems like it kind of shows that we needed to get away from last gen Xbox One and PS4. Now again, you know, it sucks for people that can't afford the PS5 and the Xbox, but it is but I feel like it is possibly a step in the right direction, you know, because you get better facial features, better facial texture, and the game looks a little bit better. Obviously, it doesn't look that much better. It still looks like 2K25, but it still looks a little bit better.
Appear to be gimmicky actually works surprisingly well, providing more cinematic actions to appropriately begin anything from a friendly rivalry to a blood feud. Previously, my default was always to run and attack, but these starting actions now add an extra sprinkle to the already impressive spectacle simulation. It's not going to change the way you play, but it successfully adds—
I don't know. Again, sorry for pausing. Again, of course, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna just let it play through. But no, of course, it's not gonna change the way you play or anything. It's just something to add to that extra immersion of the game, and it's definitely a good feature. I'm glad that they added something like this.
It's an extra layer of welcome immersion to each match opening.
Wait now, did you get a look at that? Just total rejection there.
Once the match progresses, things feel very familiar. Match fundamentals work very similar to WWe2k25, aside from some subtle alterations.
And it looks like the gameplay is a lot smoother and it flows better
stamina
anyway.
wheels and barricade combat, which now lets you both climb up and duke it out during a balancing act.
I don't know the plan, but it must be dangerous.
Most notably for me though is an update to the collision mechanics, something that feels like it's been
the
neglected
ragdoll
for a
fits
while
and stuff
now.
like that.
Previously, discarded weapons lying around the ring served little purpose once they'd left your hands, often blending into the environment as decoration with no further impact on gameplay. But gone are the days of characters clipping through them completely, as in WWe2k26, dropping a superstar onto steel steps, kendo sticks or steel chairs matters, with what I assume is a damage level increase and a new realistic reaction animation. Whip Sami Zayn into a cinder block and it will break under his weight. Riptide Bron Breakker onto steel steps and his body will crumble around its shape.
Ooh, that right there, I like that. Even though you don't see that much ragdoll physics, but I like the fact that you can slam him, that you can actually slam him onto the steel step, and it looks like he actually feels it. This is a great feature. I'm glad about it. Now, it ain't got to be nothing crazy like it was. Like, I would love for it to be something like we had back in 2011 in SmackDown vs. Raw. You know, like, you know, if a character falls on the rope, like they might actually land on the rope. Their arm might, their arm might land on the rope or something like that, or their leg might. Now, we obviously haven't got there yet. We'll probably get closer to that, like in 2K27 or even 2K28. But I like the fact that they added in small little features like this, because it looks real. It may add to that realism.
Discarded weapons now have added value and contribute another step towards matching the WWE television experience.
They got
the standout of these interactive weapons though, and my personal highlight of WWe2k26, is actually a brand new addition for the series. Something that feels like it should have been around forever, but finally makes its debut this year.
Dang, he smacked the mess out of Chelsea.
Not the thumbtacks. He's taking things too far now.
Lift up the ring apron and your weapon wheel will now have a bag of violence ready to deploy. Simply pour the dozens of metal pins onto the mat and you're ready to turn your opponent into a human pincushion.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Thumbtacks. Just decorated with all that sharp and painful glitter now. Death by 1,000 cuts.
Oh, man, and it's going to get worse later.
And I love that they
like that learning.
And I love that they stick in the body, that you can see him on Finn's collarbone and his back, or even Opus' arm. I love that.
Exponentially just got a lot shorter.
Attacks aren't just reserved for finishing moves either. Any slam in the proximity of these nasty spikes will decorate their back, knees and forehead in silver, helping you finally recreate gloriously violent WWE moments like Cactus Jack's face first.
And I love that they stick on the, and I love the fact that they stick on the Roman, even though Roman was the one delivering the move, because as it should, it's thumbtacks.
Triple H. Thumbtacks, better collision reactions and starting actions, although fun, are all in service of matching the WWE product. As are micro adjustments like the new blood splatter effect that splashes the screen when you or your opponent gets.
And I like that, as I mentioned earlier.
Drama and storytelling are the name of the game, and this year also receives a vital upgrade in its voices, with the additions of Booker T and Wade Barrett to the commentary
which
table.
I love.
The latter not only offers a different accent to the soundtrack of your actions, but both bring a new sense of excitement that's hard to quantify, but vital to keeping the series sounding fresh.
Oh, gets intercepted and that window of opportunity gets shut down. This is ugly. This is bad, man.
From playing, it quickly became clear to me the moment-to-moment match action has received a small but welcome improvement to the already successful formula. But just like in real life, a WWE's fans' appetite for chaos is only satiated with new match types, and WWE 2K26, much like last year, lobs 4 more onto the pile. 3 stages of hell, I Quit, Dumpster, and Inferno.
Sorry for pausing one more time, but that's one match I am excited to play. I love the fact that we have 3 stages of hell, and you can pick the match stipulation that you want to play. So you can either have a no DQ match, you can have a Falls Count Anywhere match, and then at the end you can have a freaking steel cage, or you can do a ambulance match, and then a normal match, and then Inferno match at the very end.
Matches.
I love that.
The Inferno match, which surrounds the ring in a wall of flames, is undoubtedly the most visually impressive addition. Much like its
and again, sorry for pausing, but one thing I just had to put it out there. Like, I understand the criticism of people complaining about, oh, the fire around the ring looks cheap, it looks flat, it looked like paper. Bro, at the end of the day, bro, this is excuse me, y'all, but at the end of the day, this is a video game. They're not going to get everything right the way you want it. It's not going to look the way you want it. The fact that we got it in the match, like in the game at all, is a step in the right direction, and you should be happy with it. And I'm sorry, y'all, but that's just one thing that really grinds my gears, and I don't like people who nitpick about stuff. Like it's people that was nitpicking about now I understand it, but it was people nitpicking the fact that they put old man Kane's model in his old attire. Yes, it looks a little weird, but at the same time, who cares, bro? At the end of the day, when you get the game and you start playing the game, are you really going to be paying attention to the model like that? Or are you going to play the game like you're supposed to play it? At the end of the day, no, you're not going to be paying attention to model. Like, yes, when you first get the game, maybe that first week, or maybe even up until that first month. But as the months go on, and you can continue playing the game and you continue having fun, you're not going to worry about the model and what the model looks like. And your good and well show ain't going to even be worried about no freaking fire and no Inferno match. Man, probably after the first few weeks to the first couple months, maybe the first month or two, maybe. Man, it probably ain't gonna be that many people playing this Inferno match anyway. So the fact that people are nitpicking about the fire is like it really just, I don't know why, it really just pisses me off somehow. Cause like, bro, there's so many people that nitpick about small little stuff that don't even matter. What matters at the end of the day is that it's a video game. What matters is that it's, yes, obviously the graphics and the way things look matters. That's one very important feature. But at the end of the day, what matters is whether you have fun playing the game, and whether you come back playing the game, and whether you keep playing the game, even though that's basically the same thing. That's what matters, not the way the fire look. The way the models look matter more. The gameplay, the replayability matters more, not the way the freaking fire look in an entrance or something, or the fact when the flames go out, it looks like freaking cardboard or something like that. It looks stupid. Like, it don't matter.
Sporadic appearance on WWE over the years, it's certainly a spectacle and a worthwhile inclusion. Although, like last year's Underground edition, it's hard for me to invest too much time into a match type that limits your ability to...
Exactly, bro. Like I just said, at the end of the day, within 3 to 4 months of playing this game, are you really about to sit here and be playing the Inferno match like that? It's probably just a match type that you're going to play the first couple weeks, because some people wanted this match. A lot of people wanted this match back. It'll probably be a match that a lot of people play the first couple weeks and not really play like that. And a lot of people probably not going to use, especially people who do e-fizz and stuff like that. They're not really going to use this match type. They might use this match type maybe once or twice, or even if they use it a lot, they might use it like once every blue moon, or once every other pay-per-view, or once every other match that they do in the e-fed, or whatever you want to play. I don't know. That's something that I really just don't like, and that's something that just really just upsets me. I hate nitpickers, bro. Well, I don't want to say hate, because hate is a strong word, but I don't like nitpickers, especially people that nitpick small, very, very tiny things that don't really matter.
Use every inch of the ring. and it always feels less enjoyable to me to conclude a fight in anything other than a pinfall or submission.
Yeah,
Because of this,
yeah.
I didn't spend much time with this fiery new mode, but its addition is a welcome one,
Exactly.
even if it's only from a WWE historical perspective. The dumpster match also
exactly, because when you think about it, bro, when was the last time you really seen an Inferno match in WWE? If I'm not mistaken, the last Inferno match was freaking Randy Orton versus The Fiend. And I forget what pay-per-view it was. I don't remember what pay-per-view it was, but the last Inferno match was Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, in the Thunderdome back during the pandemic era, and we haven't seen one yet. And we're probably never, well, I ain't gonna say never because you never say never, but you're probably not gonna see no one like see an Inferno match for a long time, if that. So it's like, I don't understand that. And then it's like people talking about the dumpster match is basically a reskin of the casket match. Okay, don't play the match. This is what they wanted to put in. This is what they decided to put in the game. Don't play it.
helps fill the gap in WWE's legacy. In practice, it's a reskin version of the casket
Yeah,
and
it
ambulance
definitely
brawls,
is.
but it's hard to see what they could have done differently from a gameplay perspective.
But it's like when you think about it, even in real life, a dumpster match really ain't that much different from a casket match. You do the same thing. You fight your opponent, you beat your opponent down to the point where they can barely move or supposedly barely move or barely walk anymore, and then you simply put them in a dumpster and you shut the lid, and that's the end of the match. What more could you really do to make a dumpster match that much different? And people are like, oh, like, we don't want the button mash mechanic, bro. Who cares, bro? Who cares, bro? You are more likely not gonna be playing this match type like that within 4 to 5 months. Just play the game as it is. If you don't like the match, don't freaking play the match. Stuff like that be pissing me off, bro. I swear sometimes it do. But it's like, bro, like, you're not, more likely these people, you're probably not gonna be playing this match type in the long run.
It's also nice for 2K to tick off another match type as developer visual concepts.
And then think about it, the only other difference between a casket match and a versus a dumpster match. Yes, you close your opponent in the casket match. You close your opponent in the casket, but in the dumpster match, you close your opponent inside the dumpster. And the only other difference is that you're in a soft cushion casket, even though it is creepy. But at the end of it, when it's a dumpster, like, yeah, you might be covered in trash or mysterious fluids or liquids or substances, but a casket match and a dumpster match really ain't that much different from each other anyway.
Slowly but surely works its way through all the crazy concepts that we've seen throughout WWE's history, regardless of their real world success. Although saying
Exactly.
that, I would be surprised if we see a Punjabi prison or Kennel from Hell.
Me personally, it's the Punjabi prison. It's a nice match, but we don't really need that in the game. And besides, it's just going to be another match like the Inferno match or even a casket match or even a dumpster match. Who's really going to be playing that match type all year until the next game come out? Again, it's gonna be just like the Inferno match, the casket match, and maybe not so much the ambulance match, but it's literally gonna be just like the Inferno match and the casket match. You're gonna play that match type maybe once or twice out the year, and probably never touch that match type again unless you have a specific character and a storyline centered around something like that. Other than that, most casual players are not gonna touch these match types anyway. So we definitely don't need no freaking Punjabi prison match. And I will say this, to me, I feel like the ringside pass mumbo jumbo thing, I feel like, I don't care what nobody say, but to me that ringside pass is stupid. You don't need it. Why in the freak do we need a battle pass? And then the stuff from what I seen in the battle pass ain't even good stuff. The characters that we're gonna get, yes, we're gonna get characters from AAA. Yes, we're gonna get championships from AAA. And yes, you might get some older characters like some Attitude Era Kane, 1998. Things like that, maybe Bret Hart, Jim the Anvil, Neidhart, things like that. But these are characters that we've already played in previous WWE games. Heck, half of those characters that have been in the ringside pass was in 2K25, and 2K24, and 23, and 22, and so on and so forth. It's like people don't use their brains. Like, bro, half of these characters are characters that we've already played as in the past, and the new characters that are added in the ringside pass, even though it's stupid. Why spend your money on something like that, bro? The characters that are in the ringside pass, bro. The characters that are in this ringside pass this year are gonna be in WWE 2K27 when 27 drops as free. And if you want to play as these characters so much, just go download one off of community creation when somebody create that character and create their moveset. Like what? Like
I'll
come on,
match
man.
anytime soon. Feel free to shop me though. WWE 2K27.
A last ditch grasp. We're down to one door, Mago.
I don't really see the point of that, and we don't really need this match again. This match was more so made for people like the Great Khali and Jinder Mahal. And if I'm and Jinder's not even there anymore. So we don't need nothing like this.
Love Roblox?
No, I don't.
Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards.
I don't care, bro.
When it comes to fresh match types though, the most
Now,
exciting
this is a match type that was most wanted back, and it wasn't a match that I played much, but I am happy that it's back. And I'm happy we got new weapons fixes. The I Quit
addition
match.
for me is the long overdue return of the I Quit match.
Yes, I
Notably
love that this
different
is
from the
back.
ever-present submission bout, which just limits a decision to a legal tap, rather than the all-out warfare and humiliation that the I Quit match can deliver. Proceedings begin like any other hardcore match, but instead of pinfalls or traditional submissions, the fight will now only end when you or your opponent verbally say I quit into the microphone, with the referee also audibly making requests.
Referee doing their one job here, checking to see if we're going. No! Refusing to give up.
How this works in practice is a quick time event that demands you mastering timings on a spinning wheel full of green blocks, which will shrink over time based on the damage that you take.
And I do
Interestingly,
like this new mini game. They should have with the casket and the thumbtack match. They should have added a mini game something similar to this type. It would have definitely spiced things up. But I just don't like all this criticism about the dumpster matches and there's basically a reskin of the capture match. Then don't play it, bro. Simply don't play it, dog.
some of the other minigames in the series, the aggressor isn't directly competing for these green blocks. Instead, you can place pre-earned blockers to make the timing more difficult. There's a deliberate strategy to this, and I immediately found myself considering my submission requests more thoughtfully, making sure I had enough bank blockers earned by performing certain big attacks before commencing the humiliation routine. You can also increase your chances by using weapons like the kendo stick or steel chair in a submission.
Yes, and I love this. I love this. More with the weapon faces, the better. I love the freaking candlesticks of submission and things like that. That's definitely a welcome feature, and I love it.
Maneuver. Once again, harking back to classic WWE moments. The I Quit match doesn't just feel like another match variation on the pile, but rather its own beast entirely.
Official.
All of this year's
And I do like the addition of voiceovers for the I Quit match, even though you're probably not gonna hear the exact superstar's voice, but
adjustments serve the wider presentation of WWE 2K26 and that ever-moving, monolithic WWE dragon that they're always chasing. Make no mistake about it, while the grappling has always and will always be the core of the series, the spectacle of WWE is just as an important part of the package. In my lifetime, we've gone from WWF Warzone's soulless arenas, and I can still hear that single voice in the crowd repeatedly telling me to open a can, to one-to-one representations of pyro-infused.
oh yeah, and this is something else. Oh yeah, and last but not least, this is something I definitely love. I do love the fact of that you can interact with the entrances more. You can set up pyro. You can do face and heel motion. I love that stuff. I love stuff like this, and this is a great addition to the game. But yeah,
sing-along entrances and accurate depictions of the ebbs and flow of a rabid live crowd. I have little doubt that WWE 2K26 is set to be the best the series has ever looked, sounded, and felt. And if you're
I wouldn't say all that, but it's definitely a step up from the late 2K20s, like the 2020s game, like 2K20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 20, and yeah.
WWE obsessive,
So it's
eager to
definitely a
replicate
step
the
in the right
pageantry
direction
at
for
home,
me.
then you've never had it better.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And if you like that video and you want to learn more about WWE 2K26, specifically the I Quit match, where we have the exclusive gameplay reveal with me playing against the developer and testing out the mode to its full limit, then check that out here. And for everything else,
Alright, dope video by I forget bro's name at IGN. But yeah, dope video by him. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you want me to cover more of the modes, like universe mode, my GM, and I'm sorry, but I'm not covering the ringside pass. I'm just not doing it. But if you want me to watch videos on universe mode, in the creation suite, my GM, and things like that, and even the showcase mode, which I'll do that if you guys want that, let me know down in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, because over half of you guys are not subscribed. Turn on the post notification bell so you never miss when I upload a video, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Be your boy RJ. Doses.